There's a cop. He engages with this young person, should not have. He ends up dying of a heart attack. They charge the kid. Well, those charges have been dropped, and there's another nuance here. I'm going to remind you of the incident. Here it is.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, why, when I was driving around... Stop.
Eating.
Okay, but why did you get up and walk away?
Huh?
When you saw me, you got up and walked away. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
But you meet me I go for drinking. I'm sorry, I'm speaking.
Okay, do you have any weapons on you?
Huh?
You have any weapons on you?
No.
Well, you know what that is. Turn around, let me look.
No.
Turn around.
No.
Turn around.
But no.
Don't walk away from me.
No, sorry.
Don't pull away from me. I'm checking you for what? Get your hands away from your...
No.
Stop.
No.
Stop.
No. I'm sorry. Hey. No, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Turn around.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground. Hey, man, I'm sorry.
Get on the ground.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
1046.
I'm sorry.
Put your hands.
4477, you 10-4. I'm sorry.
1046.
I'm sorry. For me.
Stop! Let go!
1046.
Stop!
Hey.
Lay down!
Put it up full mass. Okay? This is an update. Florida cop. So the charges against Mr. Mendez, the young person you see, who is from Guatemala, is a teenager. He was blamed for causing the death of St. Johns County Sergeant Michael Kunovich. Those charges have been officially dropped. Remember, the cop had a heart attack. Okay? Further details. In May 2023, Mendez was walking outside near a motel, talking to his mother on the phone when the sergeant approached and started questioning him because he simply looked suspicious. This is already a bad interaction. Body camera footage shows the teen responding to the officer in another language spoken in his home country because he doesn't speak English. So he did not understand what the cop was actually saying. However, the officer continued to ask if he had any identification, any weapons, to which Mendez's response is no. As Mendez attempted to walk away, the sergeant and another officer forced the teen to the ground. He was shocked multiple times during the struggle that resulted in him being handcuffed. Now, remember, there is nothing illegal yet. He's free to go. There's no reason to detain him. He has not broken the law. They have not said, we're detaining you for the sake of investigating this crime. The sergeant suffered a heart attack in the process shortly afterward. The medical examiner determined that irregular heartbeat and potentially the emotional stress from the incident played a part in the officer's death. According to local reports, Mendez, now 19 years old, was charged with manslaughter. They charged him with killing the cop. Okay? Insane, right? And they charged him with resisting law enforcement with violence. He has been in federal custody since last year. Put up the sheriff. Sheriff Robert Hardwick backed the sergeant, stating that, quote, he died a hero protecting the citizens of St. Johns County, and there is nothing more noble than that. Sir, I'm sorry to inform you. Keep his picture up. Sheriff, he died violating the rights of a human being he assumed was a criminal. Something that is prohibited by our U.S. Constitution. That is the reason the charges were dropped against Mr. Mendez. However, advocates and supporters have been calling for his release, highlighting in an active petition that if Mendez was convicted, quote, it will create an extremely dangerous precedent in this country. That's right. His attorney said they would pursue legal action if the case was not dismissed. On Friday, the 7th District Attorney's Office released a statement announcing that the charges against Mendez have been cleared. Local news reported that the teen is now facing deportation. Wow. Wosny, if they would have gotten away with this, you got to think about it beyond the moment. It would have been bad in the moment, right? Because the kid did not try to kill a cop. He should not be charged with manslaughter. The cop was violating the rights of another human being in the process. But if they would have moved forward and landed a conviction here, it then would have opened the door for precedent throughout this entire country. If you have any contact with law enforcement and that law enforcement officer somehow dies, which is a sad thing, because of their job, you can be charged with murdering the cop. That is a horrible precedent that damn near got established just last year. What say you?
One of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. If the gentleman would have, I don't know, kicked this officer in the chest, punched him in the chest, tackled him, actually inflicted some physical harm on the officer, you might, I'd still be dubious of the idea that he caused the guy's death, but you might be willing to hear this. But it was the officer who initiated contact with him, who initiated this, this exchange, and it was his own doing. Obviously, it's sad that the officer passed. I'm sure he has a family who loved him and care about him, and it's sad that this guy passed away. But the idea that the person who was arrested here was anything other than a victim of this cop's actions is absurd. And then the notion that this guy died to be a hero, man, we have lowered the bar for what we consider heroic in this damn country. I'll tell you that.
That's right. Well said.